A beautiful Friday morning. Welcome to the program Perspectives on Osrc Television. You know that at this time, once you see that montage, is the time for the ladies to come on air and do that which we know how to do best. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday, and I know that a lot of people have Owambe today. Of course, Friday is lady with parties, you know. Go out there, rock the show, rock the mind, rock. But fortunately, I'm not going to any party today. So
Yeah, you obviously look like you're going for work.
all right, you heard a voice. Someone just spoke. Someone that you're supposed to actually wait. You let me bombard her.
Okay.
I know you're eager.
Bombard me with what actually?
Oh yeah, you look pretty. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
You're still on the show.
Oh, really? Oh.
She's blushing.
I'm blushing, really. I'm blushing because I actually missed you. But then I don't think I missed so much because I'm able to keep a tab on how the program goes online. So watch it on YouTube and all of that. Yes, so I would say I missed so much.
That's good to know that you even follow what's
Yeah.
online to keep up with what we are doing. But it hasn't been there.
Well,
Hasn't been without the show, without being here.
yeah, without the show, as I said, it's a two-way thing. Sometimes you get to be in front of the camera, and sometimes you got to be behind the scenes to take an appraisal of what it looks like. You know, you'll be able to also judge yourself. Was this how we did? You know, while I was on the show. So all of that. But then, you know, while I was away, it's good sometimes you rejig, and so you can get better.
It's really good to have you back. Is it a back or a back to?
That's one. Back to.
Let's keep that in the cooler.
All right. I know that a lot of people also who love to see I So Sad, the yellow pop by Radio Pepperoni on the show this morning, but she's not around. She's a little bit under the weather. So she needs her prayer. So our people make them pray for us, make them pray for her for us. All right, you've heard her, you've seen her. Sharon, baby. Ellen again. Sharon, baby. Ellen
I can actually say that Sharon is well adapted now, unlike, you know, the other time that she tries to hide. Yeah.
I like,
She's gotten the perspectives now.
I'm shy.
Unfortunately, the camera's still on.
I'm fine, thank you. You look amazing.
Oh, wow.
I was wondering if.
Blush.
Oh my God.
You like Patty too much. That's just the.
This beautiful dress of yours, if you can just hang it outside.
For what?
To thief.
I want to stole it.
This kind of
Okay.
don't make it tip am.
It's really beautiful.
Because the moment you touch it, it will alert me wherever I am that
Pim, pim, pim,
sorry,
pim. Don't I
about
say
to
that?
be about to be taken. All right, that's our role. That's who we are. That's what we do. Our perspectives on OSRC television. Quickly, we'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll go to our newspaper headlines. Afterwards, we'll take our focus for the day. And of course, we still have trending stories on the show today. Please, go nowhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thank you for rejoining us. It's still Perspectives on your darling station, OSRC Television. Moving straight to newspaper headlines, and I'm starting with the Nation newspaper. It says, so the screaming headline, why Fubara delayed.
The time we find Nigerians, especially the budget politicians, going up for healthcare, solutions to their health issues.
Funny
So
enough,
if we are partnering, it depends on the level of partnership. Maybe that will help us develop our own health facilities too, so that we'll have lesser of this migration of health.
funny enough, we have capable hands in Nigeria, from Nigeria over there.
Over there, yes.
Capable hands, hands that are magic. You know, when they touch someone,
Magical in nature.
Exactly.
It's better put like Nigerian trained doctors.
Yes.
Outside the country,
yes, are doing better.
Who are the ones who
They're the
take
ones,
these people
yes,
when
exactly.
they go there.
If we have the facility down here, of course we'll
The
do much
personnel.
better.
And
Yes.
then the Japa syndrome will also reduce. I mean,
Yes,
having
it will.
brain
The
drain
payment
in
and,
the
stuff.
healthcare system
Yes, it will. It will.
also reduce. Oh, that's a good one. Also, I have this BOI granted adaptation fund accreditation. All right, that's on page 3 of the Nation newspaper. Tinubu to meet Aisha Buhari during Kaduna visit. Uh, Shade?
Yes, from the nation, let's check the Punch newspaper, the Punch stories this morning. The first one says emergency rule of certainty.
It is one wicket, one
it's one for
rivers.
Barra, and there are sermons, kind of.
Yes,
When you hear wicket, then
you,
there should be
there
a
is
It's
Barra.
more like a twin something.
Yes.
Yes.
And once you hear rivers, it is wicket for Barra.
Fubara. So let's see. But why the delay in the return? Maybe it's better to take a look at page 2 of the Punch newspaper. Yesterday, the supporters were waiting, anxiously eager for him to return.
But we'll go deeper into that in that story, trending story.
Yes.
Okay. So, governor in Abuja may resume today. Okay, says aid as the aid to Barada. Says the assembly members resume. That disclaimer is correct. Manufacturing import bill widens of 14 trillion naira trade deficit in Nigeria. You find details of that on page 9 of the Punch newspaper. And finally, from the Punch is the one that is bold there, talking about Osun State. Says Osun PDP asks Federal High Court Chief Justice to probe suspicious letters on Osun local government funds case. Says it suspects one of the letters was backdated. Well, that will be an issue of forgery there. So, details of that you find on the front page of the Punch newspaper.
All right, Sharon.
Okay, moving on to the Daily Times. Security, flood preparedness, state accounts balance. Of illicit drug from India and Canada at Lagos Airport. You can find that on page 12. Woman burns minor's private parts over witchcraft suspicion. You can find that on page 2. Yes.
That's sadly.
So of all the places to burn,
I'm wondering. Oh no, let's
There's
just.
no place to burn.
no,
in a minor.
assuming there is a place to burn, there is no
There's no-
state.
there's
Let's
no
not
place to
even,
even
let's
be
not
burnt.
locate it to a
Yes.
particular state. It's happening everywhere.
It's happening everywhere, but there's a particular state in this country that you always have
Talk
cases
about
of yes,
witchcraft.
witchcraft, accusing children of witchcraft, and the children going through pains like this, having themselves burnt or even isolated from family and all of that. Notable amongst some of those children that have encountered such experiences is the one that was adopted by has
Yes, I think I heard
journalist,
about. Yes, I heard about
boy
that.
finished primary 6 now.
So the witchcraft, no one am
The
down.
witchcraft
No,
no longer applies.
abuse.
The malnourished boy that was saved from the situation now looks healthy. I mean, couldn't they learn from that? Why must we keep
How
hearing
would they
the story?
even know? Like, how did they get to know about who is a witch or who
Who is
isn't
not
a witch?
If you're not a witch, then
How do you know about
is a
that?
witch?
Who are you to judge who is a witch or who is not a witch? Well, let's move on.
Yoruba will say, "Ole lo
The
mo
government-
se to
Yes,
abi."
now the
So
government should do more about it, because most of the time it's children who have been accused,
Abused of
yes,
such.
and abused as a result.
it's really a sad one.
It is. COVID-19 not totally eradicated. Medical expert urges Nigerians to be on guard. You can find that on page 9. EFCC rearranges ex-power minister Ogunloye over alleged 6 billion. December 31st, deadline for mining courts to conclude community development agreement. You can find that on page 16. 62 years after, Nigerian gets centralized passport center. Targets 1 week delivery. That's on page 14. Yeah, that's all for Daily Times.
It's quite an interesting move as well, But for me, the increase in
It's much. It's massive. It's like I don't know. I don't know how to weigh it.
Attempts to
Attempts.
clamp down on the
the
Japa
Japa syndrome.
trend.
Okay.
It's still no matter. Anybody will go jackpot, go still jackpot.
You-
It's
no
not. But if you
no
like,
matter how much it
yes,
costs.
no matter how much it costs, whoever wants to leave will still leave.
You know, a lot of people still cannot even afford it when it was 20, when it
Yes.
was 30.
Now imagine
So
the
whoever
price
needs it,
now.
We'll actually look for the money anyhow. But then it's going to be a discouragement to
To a lot of
number
people,
persons,
yeah.
Yes. And are you done with that?
Yes, I am.
Okay, moving to the Guardian newspaper. Exhausted doctors, long wait times, test public hospital care capacity. I think we mentioned earlier when, about health. I guess
And
with
the
those,
partnership
yes,
and all that.
collaboration and partnership, they'll be able to nip all of this in the bud.
But actually, talking about doctors' exhaustion, you know, I think there was a case last week where a resident doctor collapsed
Yes,
in River State.
yes.
It's a sad one, where a doctor had to be on duty, I mean, on call
Hours.
for a
Long
whole day.
hours.
Why?
I think something
You know,
something
I witnessed
happened.
Such.
That's a
Two
result
weeks
of brain
ago,
drain.
a mother with her twin, she was traveling somewhere, I don't know, and she lost one of the twin. And they were trying to, take the baby to one of the nearest hospital there, and the hospital was shut down. Not like shut down. They were closed. I wonder, have we ever, thought about that hospital being closed? There would have been maybe a second chance for that child, for that baby, if they were open, But this one, it was shut. It's really a bad. I don't know how
A
to
lot of
put
things
it.
could
It's
have been
heavy.
responsible.
Yes.
A lot of things could have. It could have been as a result of financial incapability. It could have been as a result of there are no doctors on ground, brain drain. It could have been anything that will make hospital to shut down. But I cannot get the angle you are coming from. On no account should you get to an
Yes,
hospital
and
you are
you're not
able
open.
to access
Exactly.
health care, and
on
all
no
that. It's
account,
really a
but then
sad one.
There's also a good one for governments should consider these personnel to the fewer ones on ground. When a staff, in fact, any office space, when somebody tells you, I'm feeling exhausted, please
Please let the
grant
person
some
rest.
moments of rest.
But you know how it is. Imagine having a situation in your hand where a family member is also at the point of death. You won't want to hear the fact that a doctor
It
is
seems
exhausted,
exhausted.
especially
Yes,
there and
yes,
all that.
yes.
So they will really need more hands. These people need hands, and the government they need to do more about it. Investors avoid places where politicians control judiciary, says Jonathan. You can find details of that story on page 3. Okay, why are you laughing?
I think he would know more about that. Let's give it to him. Definitely. He would know how.
Exactly,
politicians
exactly. He should.
Is the story.
BOI secures adaptation funds mandate to drive Nigeria's climate action. If you need to read more on that story, it's on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. NAS withdraws contract circulars as 23.9 trillion naira capital budget rolls into 2026. Details it's on page 26. Okay, Shadi.
From the other, let's check the Nigerian Tribune. On the Nigerian Tribune, we have similar story of the Oshun PDP. Oshun PDP asks Federal High Court's Chief Justice funds case. Says he suspects one of the letters was backdated. Well, I think a sample of that letter is also on the front page there of the Nigerian Tribune. From there, we have the stories. Rivers supporters strong Port Harcourt streets. Fubara keeps them waiting. So that is the reason for the the late appearance. So he says, "You will resume." I spoke with him. No law says it should resume yesterday precisely. Oh, says Wike. Wow. Wike speaking for Fubara. Okay. Let's say that
The two work hand in hand. You wash this hand, I wash this hand.
You wash my back, I
You
wash
go
yours.
clean.
It says assembly to probe a burst and passport center is the speed of delivery. You know, if there won't be delay,
Yeah.
you're going to be getting it in due time. It won't be as if you apply, then you have to wait,
Wait
for
for a
But
month
now
or
they're saying
as
a
a
week.
result.
Within a week, it will be delivered to you.
It's a good one,
Yes.
and we should give it to the Minister of Interior. He's actually bringing up a lot of reforms in that. Okay, the other one is just an advert, so we let it go. That will be all from the Nigerian Tribune.
all right. Daily Trust, Lagos slow response. You know, I think on Tuesday or thereabout we had this massive. Is it massive? Was it massive? I don't think so. There was this fire outbreak. You know,
Yeah,
that's
UBA.
at UBA
one of
building,
the-
one of the
yes.
building there, and you know, I think they said the cause of the fire was an inverter or something. No wonder the government are trying to scrap out this inverter stuff. Okay, and it said that some lost their lives. You know,
And the
and
death toll is still increasing.
yes, it's still
It's
increasing. Some
increasing.
unconscious and all that.
Had it increased to 10.
That's a big one. That's a very big one. And we saw some people coming down from
Jumping
jumping
down
from the
from
window.
stairs.
I think there should have been an exit plan or something, or
Yes.
fire extinguisher somewhere. You know, something.
In the times of chaos, you can never really predict how you respond.
But there should be an emergency exit somewhere
Yes, there should be.
for
In-
something
in-
like
in
that.
a
We
place
don't
like
pray
that.
for such, but
Yes.
we have to make provision for that.
Yes.
We can't just assume, oh, such a thing will not happen. You know, we with this Nigerian mindset that bad things will happen. We don't pray for bad things to happen, you know.
But it does
But
happen.
it does happen, and we have to make plans for such whenever it happens. List of 1,000 benefits.
Okay?
Okay, moving to the next one. That's the you read Daily Trust, Daily Sun. Moving to Daily Sun, Rivers ascend Ibas. Here are some riders to that. Atiku ADC tackle Tinubu over emergency rule. CDHR hails Fubara's reinstatement. Also, Rivers elders preach unity, reconciliation. That is really needed in Rivers for them to move forward. The federal government wants of looming downstream flooding. Here. And here's a rider as Rivers, Niger, Benue, others hit peak levels. If this won't happen, it will tough.
It go touch plenty.
Yes, it will really affect a lot of things.
How prepared
Are
they?
we?
That's the preparedness, because the truth is,
Prepared are the
Nimed
states
has
that
been
are-
talking. They've been, giving this
Yes,
prediction, week in, week out, and all that. So I don't think at this point, government should not be prepared to mitigate to the level of flood. It's not as if it won't happen, but at least it shouldn't
There's a
be-
way we can
The
Yes.
casualty
Yes.
will
Yes.
be minimized,
Yes.
or if at all, maybe no casualties
That's
At all.
In
And we
terms
pray for
of
none
lives,
and
in
properties.
terms- Yes. All right, Governor Mba. You can find details on page 29 of the Daily Sun. Okay, we also have H1. UBA post 335 billion naira PAT, 1.608 trillion naira gross earnings. Passport now to be ready under 24 hours,
Very.
assures federal government. Go to page 20.
Under 24 hours.
25. The details then. 6 billion naira fraud. EFCC rearranges ex-power minister Agunloye. That's on page 4.
That's a long case.
It's a long one. It's a long one. Shadi?
Okay, the Vanguard. Here, the Vanguard. It's on Rivers Assembly. It says Rivers. This Fubara to forward commissioners list appropriation bill. Ask governor to probe EBA's expenditure. Massive crowd live in disappointment after waiting 12 hours. I've spoken to Fubara. He assured he'll resume, Wiki says. Had state again. Let's see that. Okay. Had have forgiven him. Wiki has forgiven Fubara. Alright. Ibas quits. Seeks support for Fubara. Says Tinubu's mandate achieved. Cautions Tinubu's mandate achieved, then cautions against crippling states again. Tinubu playing God in Rivers. ADC says Atiku Obi others speak. What are they saying? Well, check page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning for details on that story. We also hope that the resumption would not lead to further drama between him and the state assembly.
That's another part, because all of this was what happened before the suspension came and the emergency rule was proclaimed in that state. I hope, anyway, like I said, we'll talk more on that.
Okay. Government hands passport production. We've heard that before. You'll find details of that on page 8 of the Vanguard, and on page 9. For Nigerians, I don't understand.
I don't know. Maybe they take pleasure in when things like this happen. It gladdens their hearts.
Because going by the stories on social media recently, you find out that a lot of stories painting it as Dangote is trying to actually give Nigerians some relief, but there are some forces that are against all the.
Say for this Nigeria, one thing they favor one person. APC if favor you today, tomorrow people no favor you, favor me. So that's how Nigeria is. Whatever it is, we find a way to gain or get benefit for ourselves. So I think that's what's happening.
Please, they should consider the masses. So
that's very important.
Please,
very important.
Consider truck drivers too.
We don't want a situation where we'll go have long queues.
Yes, it happened
recently.
Yes.
But we don't want it. We just want to drive to a fuel station.
You get to fuel and you leave,
and then at an affordable price. We don't want that. We don't want to pay
1.5 to 2,000 for just a liter.
It will affect every other thing.
Yes, it will. Food prices, everything. House rates. I wonder what concerns house rates with.
It concerns them.
What's it going to affect?
Maybe your landlord said don't go chop.
So let's go on page 9. Yes, this is also the flood alert. Federal government raises fresh alarm. Rivers Niger, Benue reach peak level, please. Most of the time when states are being mentioned that are likely to be affected, I think other states usually also is on the list.
It's always on the list. The
truth is, you have Kogi states, and all the states should please be proactive.
Yes.
And then people should listen to caution. Sometimes they say, if you know you live
around areas like that,
then when it happens, you start hearing
calling the government, they didn't do that, they didn't do this.
This has happened, we government, please, and you start seeing tears and all that.
working. But then, please, then when you want to buy land too, why do you
Check,
buy a place
yes.
that is conspicuously, you know that it's going to be flood prone or
Yes,
some other
yes.
thing. So
Close to
please,
riverbanks
yes.
and all
And then
that.
stop that habit of indiscriminate disposal of waste.
I think
Wait,
we've been
that's
talking
the
that,
cocoa.
and we
Yes.
keep saying it. We keep talking about it.
Because most times
It
we just
happens
focus on the
every
government.
day. Yes.
But
the
at this
citizens
point,
too
we
have
should
a
talk
role
to
play.
ourselves.
Yes.
We should talk to ourselves. And I'm glad you mentioned Ondo State. This year, the government have done a lot to make the excavating drainages and all that. And the level of flood in Ondo State this year
It's not that
is
much
the
compared
purest
to
minimum,
yes.
because we've not seen anything.
So please, let everyone do their part. Government do their part, and citizens
And
too.
they should
do
watch
our
out for the
part.
children
The children
coming
too,
out,
yes,
during
yes.
raining time and all that.
All right, and then Plateau targets Middle East halal market to boost economy. Good one for them. That's according to Mufwang. Then we have this story here. Ocean local government. That's also on page 10 of the Vanguard newspaper. That's concerning the irregularities noticed by the PDP. You find that on page 10 of the Vanguard. And then this one says, the name? Fusengbua. Okay. Ruling house in leadership face-off. That's concerning the Awujale stool, who becomes the next Awujale. Alright, you find the details of that on page 10 of the Vanguard. And let me see what Mr. and Mrs. are up to, at least. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. there. It isn't so clear, so let's leave it to them.
All right. That's about our newspaper headlines for this morning. We'll move straight to our focus after this timeout. Please do stay with us.